Morning. Right now, I'd like you to meet and greet, I should say. You all know her, I'm sure. Our state representative, Noreen Kokoruda, who's going to be presenting the first place winner in a Memorial Day essay in the 6th grade at the country school, a young fellow named Joseph Coyne. If you two would please stand forward.
Good morning, all. Before I introduce Joseph to you, I just wanted to say a few words. You know, recently many of us had the honor to attend the funeral of Madison's son, Captain Andrew Peterson Keel, who lost his life in March in Afghanistan. Most of us never met Andrew, or PK as his friends called him, but we listened to the tributes and stories about a remarkable life, and even more importantly, a remarkable young man. As I sat in the church and listened that morning, I couldn't help but be amazed at the strength and composure of Captain Peterson Keel's whole family, his father, sister, stepdad, aunts, uncles, grandparents. But that morning it was his mother and the amazing grace she was able to share that stood out for me. And then again, just this past Thursday at the state capitol, while attending the Wall of Honor dedication, I saw that incredible grace again. The Wall of Honor is a tribute in Hartford to the Connecticut men and women in the U.S. Armed Forces who have lost their lives in conflicts since 9/11. This year, our own Captain Peterson Keel was honored, and his picture was hung with the other 64 Connecticut heroes of past conflicts. Many members of the military were there, as well as Madison's own American Legion 79. There were family and friends of Captain Peterson Keel, state dignitaries, and elected officials. But there were also families of past inductees to the Wall of Honor. Parents who knew more than any of us what exactly the day meant and understood what had been given. For me, again, it was the mother and their words of resolve and their words of comfort that will remain forever. One mother said, "To me, every day is Memorial Day." So today we come here with pride and sadness to remember all who have made the ultimate sacrifice. And it is that same pride that today we remember the mothers of those heroes. Our pride in their valor, courage, and strength goes beyond anything we can express. Brave Americans who have raised their children to be outstanding citizens and committed patriots. Women who understand and cherish the American way and who have given all that we might live with freedom, dignity, and peace. The memory of their precious child shall never fade, their lives living on in the daily life of all we are allowed to be and into the future and all that we can hope to become. Gallantly, each of these mothers carries on for the promises yet to be fulfilled and for the dreams yet to be lived. Today, as we stop to recognize so many who have given us our freedoms, our town, our state, and our nation also stop to honor these women and to express our debt of gratitude for a gift that can never be repaid. And now I would like to introduce, thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Joseph Coyne from the country school. And Joseph competed with all the other 6th graders in our town, and we had some wonderful essays, but Joseph was picked as the one to read to you today, and I'd like to introduce Joseph Coyne.
Hello. Before I start, I'd like to thank Representative Kokoruda and First Selectman McPherson and all the other veterans that are here today. Memorial Day, important or not? The bright, warm sun shining down on me as people read speeches commemorating all of the soldiers who have died in war. The nation's colors, red, white, and blue, are seen wherever you go. People watch the parade and remember fallen soldiers while cheering on all the veterans walking down the street. To me, this is Memorial Day. After the Civil War, many towns started to put flowers on the graves of their fallen soldiers. They called it Decoration Day, and they did this to honor Union and Confederate soldiers that died. On May 5, 1862, General John Logan, a Northern Civil War veteran, pushed for a nationwide day to remember those who died in the Civil War. The federal government agreed and chose the 30th of May because it wasn't the anniversary of a battle. After the World Wars, it was expanded to honor anyone who died in a war, to protect all of us here in the U.S. and others around the world. Eventually, it became known as Memorial Day and was scheduled for the last Monday in May. Memorial Day continues to honor soldiers who have been killed in war. Throughout history, men and women have gone into the face of danger and put their lives on the line so that we may live in a safe and free country. These people have made the United States a country that is looked up to. Some people go to war and never come back, making the ultimate sacrifice for our country. If we did not have soldiers, then the U.S. would be an easy target for attacks. It would be dishonorable not to remember the people who died making our country what it is today. Memorial Day honors these patriots. One last reason that we should have Memorial Day is because many people have lost their family or friends in war, or have heard of soldiers that have died. My grandfather was in the Korean War. Luckily, he didn't get injured, but some of his friends did, and some died. On the other side of my family, my great-great-uncle was killed in World War II, and my great-uncle John got a Purple Heart in the Korean War. Because of these brave Americans, Memorial Day means something to me and my family. After our town's Memorial Day parade, we go to my grandparents' house for a cookout. All of my relatives are there to give thanks that my papa wasn't killed, and to remember family members who didn't make it home. It isn't just a day off from school, it's a day of remembrance. Many people get caught up in the celebrations and warm weather, losing track of the real reason that we celebrate Memorial Day. Memorial Day isn't just a day off from school or an unofficial start to summer, but it is a day that commemorates all of the fallen United States soldiers who have died in wars. Every kid in the United States should know why they have this day off from school, and they should understand the importance of this holiday. Thank you.